What's up, guys? It's Matt here with another video, and this is going to be my first interview with a guy named Donal from Ireland. His YouTube name is The Irish Guy You Know. Link is in the description. Thanks. Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name's Matt, and I'm here with Donal today. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for coming and interviewing with me today. This is going to be my first, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, this is gonna be great.
So, wanted to start out with on your YouTube channel. It says you're 21. Is that how old you are?
No, I'm actually 17.
Oh, you're 17.
Yeah,
All right. So I guess you're still in school then.
yeah.
So you're still in school, and then you just game when you get home and stuff.
That's mostly how I do it.
Cool, cool. So how old were you when you started playing?
From what I can remember, I started playing when I was like 3, 4 years old.
Wow.
I started unbelievably young.
What you started with? What now?
I started with the Sega Genesis and the Nintendo 64.
Okay. Wow. What kind of games do you remember playing when you're a little like?
Some of the ones I can remember is GoldenEye for the Nintendo 64 and the
Yeah.
Michael Jackson Moonwalker for Nintendo Genesis.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was a boss game.
Yeah. Well, GoldenEye was ridiculous. I can't remember how many summers I played that game, and that was it. I mean, Call of Duty 4 changed a lot of things, but GoldenEye was like one of the games that changed a lot of things too, with the multiplayer and just like that first-person shooter. I feel like a lot of games took a lot of keys from that game. You know?
Oh yeah, GoldenEye was amazing. Like doing split screen with like everyone over, like 4 players on it, which is absolutely great.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's funny to think about where we are now. Like back then, playing with 4 controllers that were all wired to the box, and just like I remember we used to all stand around the TV and like hit each other whenever we got killed. You know?
Yeah, I exactly remember memories like that. It's unbelievable how much things have changed right now.
Yeah, it's interesting that we started with GoldenEye and now we're playing Call of Duty with like millions of people. You know?
Yeah, I miss them times. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. So you started on like Sega and N64. Like, walk me through the timeline. What other systems did you have? Whatever games did you play?
Well, for a while after Nintendo 64, I started off and I started playing on the PC. A few games on that. I had a few real-time strategy games. It's really I played in them, like Age of Empires and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
And then I moved on to PlayStation 1, where the games in that was kind of like Banjo and Kazooie. Was that it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
wrestling games, that kind of stuff. And then he went on to PlayStation 2. And games in that was I kind of just played like movie games. Like remember like Lord of the Rings games and all that kind of stuff.
What games now?
The Lord of the Rings, you know, like kind of movie-based games.
Oh,
like,
Lord
that's
of the
all I really
Rings,
bought
right,
because you had a
right.
franchise built up.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I took a break for a while. And then once the Xbox 360 came out, that's when I got really back into it. I got Fallout 3 and Oblivion. And then Modern Warfare 3 came out, and I didn't even have Xbox Live. But not Modern Warfare 3, sorry, Modern Warfare 2. When that came out, that's when I really hit the stride. And I just got unbelievably into online gaming.
So you went from PlayStation 2 to Xbox.
Yeah, I just switched.
360, right?
Yeah.
So why didn't you go with a PlayStation 3? Why'd you switch over to the Xbox?
Well, the reason I switched because everyone I knew had already bought an Xbox, so I
Okay.
kind of just followed what my friends did.
Okay.
That seemed to be the cool thing to do at the time.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot funner when you know people who have it, and so that makes sense. Okay. So did you play COD 4 at all?
I bought it just after Modern Warfare 2 came out because I wanted to get the feel of all the CODs because I had World at War, but I bought that for zombies. But COD for 4, as I played it, I realized that game is actually really, really good, and I wish I had bought it when it just came out.
Yeah.
It was really amazing.
Did you play Modern Warfare 2 at all then?
Modern Warfare 2, I've got like 24 days, but Modern Warfare 2,
Oh wow.
that was insane.
Okay. What kind of stuff did you play on PC? You said you played mostly like Age of Empires and stuff?
Yeah, like all them kind of like real-time games, and I played like The Sims and all them kind of like simulation games and just kind of random stuff you'd play as a kid. You know, they don't have to be good; they just have to be like fun and colourful.
Okay, so you just kind of played it to play it kind of thing?
Yeah.
So when did it kind of like change for you from just playing games to play in it to playing games because you loved playing like COD or something like that, or you really like tried to take it to a different level, you know what I mean?
kind of when I bought Fallout 3, and that kind of got me really immersed, and I kind of went to all like the Wikipedias and everything, trying to find out everything in Fallout and get all the achievements, because that game was amazing.
Yeah.
And then I got Modern Warfare 2, and that's when I kind of got into online games and playing like for scores and ranks and KD, and just trying to become the best like in the world, kind of.
So was that the kind of thing that was giving you like that gamer high? Was like finding stuff in Fallout and then like getting good scores on COD or something?
Yeah, playing COD was absolutely amazing. I say, that kind of changed the way I play games. Like I think now, like before Modern Warfare 2, I was pretty casual, and then once I hit Modern Warfare 2, it was just like complete hardcore, like overboard for ages.
Talk to me about playing Modern Warfare 2. Was that when you first kind of started playing multiplayer and with friends and stuff?
Yeah, like I'd never really played online games before Modern Warfare 2, and then once Modern Warfare 2 came, like Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 was an absolutely just addictive game.
Yeah.
And it was insane. Like I've never been frustrated with the game before until Modern Warfare 2 came out.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 was great. The one, like the two things that frustrated me too was obviously the noob tubes and the snipers. But outside of that, like that game was really pretty good.
Oh, that's what I said. I always said like I wanted Modern Warfare 3 to be Modern Warfare 2, just with the noob tubes removed.
Yeah, sure. And they kind of did that, but they added so much more stuff.
Yeah, it's good, but it's not exactly what everyone wanted.
Yeah. So when you were playing Modern Warfare 2, do you play in a party a lot with your friends, or what would you do?
I actually only play in a party. Like I'd never go on and play just by myself. It's the main part of the online game I do is the social part. Like when you're talking to everyone, you tend to have more fun playing the game. Like when you're in the party and you're enjoying it and you're laughing with your friends, it's kind of more fun than if you were just playing in free for all by yourself.
Sure. What kind of game modes were you playing?
Domination's probably the most best one you can go in, because you get for me it's because I like to get as much kills as possible, and that goes on for such a long time.
Did you get a lot of nukes in Modern Warfare 2?
Actually no, I was actually pretty off in Modern Warfare 2, because Modern Warfare 2 is like my first kind of first-person shooter, so I was pretty off. I think I got one, or maybe two at the most.
Sure. Cool. So now you're on COD 3, or Modern Warfare 3, and you liking that more or less?
I'm liking it a lot more than I liked Black Ops, but that's because Black Ops wasn't really a game that clicked with me. But I don't think anything's gonna stand up to the way Modern Warfare 2 did, because that was like my first shooting game, so that's always gonna have like nostalgia. But I'm actually liking Modern Warfare 3 at the moment. I got a Moab recently, which is pretty cool.
Oh,
Them things are really fun.
Yeah, I always liked that about Modern Warfare 3, and then I'm glad they brought the Moab back. Modern Warfare 2, I always liked having the nuke, because it's like it's cool to have that factor in the game where you can decide if this game's gonna end. If you're good enough, you get to decide when the game ends. Like it's really like you take it to a different level. Like that's a certain type of player who can like end the game. You know what I mean? It's pretty boss.
Yeah, having the power just to go, I'm better than you, game over, is kind of just adds to the thrill of the game, and it's amazing having that kind of thing in it. I'm actually really glad they brought that Moab back, because without the Moab, I think I would have got pretty much bored of the game pretty fast.
Yeah, it's a great option to have. That's the end of part 1. Be sure to subscribe for parts 2 and 3 coming soon. Thanks, guys.